You think he's really scared of fighting Ankalaev? Especially when Ankalaev has said he's gonna strike with him, like the other dolts at the light heavyweight. Does Alex being a duck make sense, or does it make sense for Alex to want, mark my words, and if I'm wrong, come back and be like, hey, Mitchie, you're a moron, dude, you're the retard. And I'll be like, cool, bro. Cool, man. All right. I was the moron. Moron Mitchie. That's cool. I'll change my name. But mark my words. That's gonna be the fight. Now, a lot of people are talking about the Khamzat. That fight makes no fucking sense. What are you guys talking about? If Jiri beats Hill, do you guys want to see a third beatdown? He's gonna murder Jiri, dude. As a Jiri fan, I don't want to see that fight. All right, fam, let's talk about why Alex Pereira is not a duck. We're gonna get into other fighters, including Khamzat, and also who Alex Pereira is gonna fight next. Yeah, let's get into it. Why Alex Pereira is not a duck. Why the MMA YouTubers are kind of retarded. And I don't want to talk like I'm a fucking genius, but this has got to be said, guys. They might pretend like they're a fan in some videos, and then when shit hits the brick, like apparently it did right now with this 4-word tweet or 3-word tweet, whatever it was, saying that Ankalaev isn't next, they're quick to jump on him. It's almost like they're news reporters trying to sound edgy, the first one on the scene. Breaking news. Let's see who can call Alex a duck first. Especially the YouTubers who were like, hey, keep the same energy as you did with Merab and Jones. Even if you're an Alex fan. I'm not even an Alex fan like that, but we're going to get into that with the Jiri thing. Why are they telling us we got to keep the same energy as we did with Merab and Jones? Guys, the difference between Merab and Jones is that Merab and Jones specifically and distinctly said they don't want to fight their respective opponent. Jones with Aspinall. At least Jones called Aspinall dangerous. He's a dangerous up-and-comer. I want that money fight with Alex. At least Merab gave some good reasons. I think they were kind of terrible if you really dissect it, but it was legitimate reasons he gave. Umar only had one win. Whatever it was, he specifically said he does not want to fight that guy. When has Alex Pereira said he does not want to fight Ankalaev? That's one reason. Hold on, please. Take a sip of my fluoridated water with coffee. All right. It's almost like these fighters are kind of butthurt about Alex beating their favorite fighter like Jiri. I promise you, that's got a lot to do with it because Jiri is a fan favorite. And Jiri used to be one of my favorite fighters, if not my favorite fighter. I'm still a Jiri fan. I'll get into why I don't root for Jiri like that, like I used to, in the Jamahal, Hill, and Jiri Prochazka video, the breakdown video, which is going to be a pretty good video. Guys, I do my homework with my breakdowns. All right? It's not just willy-nilly breakdowns. But all right, apologize for my ADHD. I'm going off a random tangent. Now, back to Alex. Reason number 2, guys, if he was gonna duck Ankalaev, he would have ducked Jan. He would have ducked Jan for sure on his debut. On his light heavyweight debut, he took the Jan fight. Now, who is a more dangerous wrestler, Jan or Ankalaev? You can argue it's Ankalaev, but at least you know with Jan, he's gonna use it. He's gonna utilize his wrestling. But if he was gonna duck Ankalaev, he was gonna duck Jan. You think he's really scared of fighting Ankalaev? Especially when Ankalaev has said he's gonna strike with him, like the other dolts at the light heavyweight. And the one thing with Dagestani fighters, guys, Dagestani fighters are a man of their word. Most of them, they're a man of their word. I gotta believe Ankalaev is a man of his word. When he says, hey, I'm gonna strike with Alex, you gotta believe him. There's no reason for Alex to be a duck, to be scared of Ankalaev. There's really no reason. He's got one of the best coaches, Glover. He's working on his wrestling. He's working on his jiu-jitsu. He's a black belt. All right? He's a black belt jiu-jitsu. We know it's kind of far-fetched. It was like a gifted black belt, but whatever. He's not scared of Ankalaev. Trust me. Now back to the tweet. Tweet said Ankalaev is not next. And these fans and YouTubers are twisting those 4 words into him being a duck. Now, does that make sense? Does Alex being a duck make sense, or does it make sense for Alex to want a fight soon because the motherfucker fights 3 to 4 times a year? So does that make more sense where he goes to Dana, he goes to the UFC? Hold on, please, again. And says, hey, Dana, I fight soon. Shama. I want fight. And Dana goes, hold up. We're going to make a fight soon. And then I looked at the top 10, at the top 5. No fight makes sense. So Dana's looking at the rankings. He's like, hey, Alex, it doesn't make sense. Let me ask Ank, because I don't think Ank is going to take that fight because it's going to be Ramadan. By the time you want to fight, by the time we can make that fight, it's going to be Ramadan. And Ankalaev ain't going to fight during Ramadan. Am I wrong? Let me know if I'm wrong. So Dana, just in case, goes to Ankalaev. He says, hey, Ank, would you be ready in February or March? Ankalaev says, no, brother, I got the Ramadan. Goes back to Alex. Says, hey, Alex, sorry, bro. Ankalaev ain't going to be ready. And then Alex goes, muito bem, chama. I want fight. He wants to fight. Now, a lot of people are talking about Khamzat. That fight makes no fucking sense. What are you guys talking about? Some people, I got good sources. They're going to make that fight. The Khamzat and Alex fight. Guys, Khamzat just beat one of the contenders at middleweight. Well, he's not going to just jump up randomly when he should have fought for the title at middleweight. That fight also makes sense where they put Dricus and Strickland. That fight makes sense because Strickland didn't want to fight in Australia. So why would they go against the fans? Why would they go against Strickland and make that fight anyways? You know why? Because Khamzat ain't going to be ready either, bro. Either that or he was having visa issues to Australia because let's face it, Australia and the States have similar politics. And he had visa issues coming to the States. As far as Strickland, he wants that fight, but not in Australia. Dricus wanted the Khamzat fight. The fans wanted the Khamzat fight. So you're telling me the UFC is going to go against everybody and then make that fight? Come on. That makes sense. They're going to make that fight and then Khamzat is going to win. He's going to win, but he's going to fight the winner of that fight. He's locked into that fight. They're not going to just move up Khamzat randomly to jeopardize the entire division. That division is going to be in limbo, and then light heavyweight, because let's face it, Khamzat has a pretty good chance of beating Alex as well. Hold on, please, again. So yeah, it's not going to be a Khamzat, guys. That fight makes no sense. The fight they're going to do is Jones. Mark my words. And if I'm wrong, come back and be like, hey, Mitchie, you're a moron, dude. You're the retard. And I'll be like, cool, bro. Cool, man. All right. I was the moron. Moron Mitchie. That's cool. I'll change my name. But mark my words. That's going to be the fight. And it's not going to be at light heavyweight. It's going to be at heavyweight. Alex is going to move up. Fight Jones. He's going to lose against Jones. Jones is going to treat him like Gane. Give him the Gane treatment. Take him down. Finish him. Unless Jones reverts to a low double-digit IQ like the other light heavyweight cards and strikes with him. Even though still, I think Jones has a pretty good chance of holding his own. But I'll still favor Alex in the striking match. I think he's the best striker in the sport. I hope this doesn't ruin the lighting. I'm sorry, guys. I hope you guys like my new setup. I don't know if this shit's even working. This little mic I got was supposed to be noise canceling. We'll find out if it is. But yeah, I got me a nice action camera, nice microphone, so I can pump out more content. If you guys like the setup, let me know. If you guys are a regular viewer of mine and like the other setup with the static just parked, let me know. I mean, my breakdowns are probably going to be that. I might even shoot in my apartment. I just don't want to annoy my wife. It's just going to be annoying. I'm in my zone right here, all right? My car in my zone. I drive courier across 7 states, 10 to 12 hours a day. All right, this is my zone right here. So yeah, I'm sorry again, random tangent. But yeah, let me know if you guys like the setup. Yeah, back to the Jones. They're gonna make the Jones fight because that fight doesn't jeopardize the Ankalaev and Alex fight because they're gonna move up Alex. Alex fights Jones, because he ain't going to take the Aspinall fight. Mark my words. And if he wins, that's going to be, another wrench right there, because if he wins, now it's Alex and Aspinall. I mean, what the fuck? That's going to be crazy. But that's not too bad, because there's really nobody else at light heavyweight. There's Hill, if Hill beats Jiri. But if Jiri beats Hill, do you guys want to see a third beatdown? He's going to murder Jiri, dude. As a Jiri fan, I don't want to see that fight. It's not going to be Khamzat. That fight makes no sense. It's going to be the Jones-Alex fight at heavyweight. Because win or lose, Alex isn't jeopardized at light heavyweight. He still has the Ank fight locked in. Ank's not going to be ready until May. When does Ramadan end? End of March, early April? He's going to need another, month and a half, maybe 2 months for a fight camp. He's going to be ready in May or June. That's why they're going to make a fight in between, because this motherfucker Alex wants to fight 3 to 4 times a year. Respect, dude. And guys, I'm not even an Alex fan like that. Like I said, Jiri made me a fan, but I'm still not a fan like that. I respect the motherfucker. I want to see his fights. I'm a fan of Alex, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a hardcore Alex fan. I'm still more of a fan of Jiri. But thanks to Jiri made me a lot of money. This is kind of like a preamble, a prelude to the Jiri Hill video, the breakdown video, which is going to be the intro. This is like the intro. Why Jiri made me an Alex fan. Why Jiri made me a lot of money on their second fight before the fight started. But yeah, we'll get into that. And if you're a Jiri hardcore, very emotional hardcore, because let's face it, the Jiri hardcores are some of the most insufferable, emotional fans. They don't like criticism. They don't like if you criticize Jiri. Like I said, I used to be a massive Jiri fan, but not anymore. I'll get into that, but I'm still a fan. But yeah, if you're an emotional hardcore who doesn't like to hear criticism about Jiri, please don't watch that video, especially if you're a subscriber. I'm going to lose you. Don't want to do that. Sorry, guys. Hey, this channel, I'm going to stay as unbiased as possible, okay? My favorite fighters, my dislike fighters, doesn't matter. I'm going to criticize them if I feel like they need to be criticized. I'm going to gloat and glaze, regardless if I'm a fan or not, if they deserve it, in my opinion. So anyways, back to Alex. Yeah, he's going to fight Jones. Mark my words again. And then he's going to come back down to fight Ankalaev. That Ankalaev fight is booked, guys. It ain't going to be Khamzat. They're not going to move up Khamzat. Stop saying that shit. That's in a nutshell what I think is going to happen. Now, let me know your thoughts. Stay tuned for the Jamahal Hill and Jiri Prochazka breakdown. It's going to be a really good breakdown. Like I said, I do my homework. It's not just willy-nilly breakdowns. I watch their fights in slow motion. I'm a nerd, dude. All right? I go full nerd, and I put my money where my mouth is. Don't gamble. Gambling is bad. The Buckley video, one of my best works. Buckley made me a lot of money. Thank you, Buckley. But don't bet. Don't gamble. I'm just saying, I don't make these breakdowns willy-nilly. And they're detailed breakdowns. I watch these fights over in slow motion the second time. Try to nitpick. But anyways, stay tuned for that video. I'm going to make the Arman. Arman's my favorite fighter in the UFC because I'm Armenian. Naturally, we Armenians are going to root for our Armenian brethren, whether we think they're a good person. I think Arman's a great person, but he's a little hot-headed, so I understand why a lot of people might not like him. But yeah, Arman's my favorite fighter. Khabib is my favorite fighter of all time, so I like that camp. I'm an Islam fan as well, but I'm going to root for Arman in that fight. I'm going to do a detailed breakdown of their fight coming up, and I'm going to stay as unbiased as possible. I have a pretty good breakdown and a pretty good game plan for Arman. And we'll do the Merab and Umar video. So 3 separate videos dedicated to each fight. And Moicano's one of my favorite fighters as well. So this card, guys, is going to be a fucking bonanza because I'm a fan of a lot of these people. So yeah, it's going to be a really good card, guys. I got some really good breakdowns coming up. Stay tuned. Again, like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Let me know your thoughts. Much love, especially if you made it this far. Thanks for watching, and peace.